Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Caicedo, pass somewhat off target. And here's Morata. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That's a lovely, neat pass. Milan are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Morata showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Menu. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Greenwood received... It's Greenwood! Magnificent! He's got himself an absolute peach.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Menu. Milan are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Mbappe proves too strong. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. So, what can they come up with here? And it's Menu. Nico Gonzalez. Kante with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Oh, he's taken it. Milan finding their passes. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's a shade optimistic. Cherki. Nico Gonzalez. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Nicely spread. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Rummenigge. And they can counter here. Osimhen tries to pass it through. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Eintracht Frankfurt with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Mbappe goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tanganga. Cash.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Quality ball. Menu distributed tidily. And that's aimed... A header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Cherki really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
A probing pass. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Cherki. Mbappe. Now this could be a chance. And this is Kante. Now that looks a decent ball. Antonio Silva. And it's Menu. Menu puts his foot on the gas. And that's put paid to a promising move. And he cuts out the supply. Cherki. And that'll be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Milan are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Greenwood! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And the keeper beats it away. Eintracht Frankfurt have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, look at the space here. He's had a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Looking to play him in. Shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Greenwood gets a foot in here, and he's surging through. Good ball, good take. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And here's Mbappe. He's got tall. And oh, he's got that completely wrong. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they seem intent on Mark.
It's Greenwood! And again the keeper stands strong. Corner number 2 then. They want to be quick to recover this. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And that has put paid to that. And here's Morata. Greenwood is onto this. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Greenwood! Oh, special! That is a special goal! About as smooth as it gets! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now it's Greenwood. Closing in on goal. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Morata. Cherki. Cash with a fine tackle.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely. He rises! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Morata is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Rafa Silva crosses. It's come backwards here. Cash. Aimed beyond the defence. Frimpong gets flagged offside. He's in a great position here. Gets a good foot in there.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Again, the flag's up. And it's Frimpong. Looking for a runner. Looking for options for movement. He's shifting through the gears here. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Milan have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Greenwood gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Talisca. Could move up a gear here. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Eintracht Frankfurt clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And Marmoush! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So their fourth corner of the game. Climbs up big! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Alderete certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Cash. 4 added minutes on the board.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
He can run onto that. Look at the space here. Chance for a shot! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to...
And there goes the final whistle. Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Greenwood claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for.